So I got the only tripod I pretty much need, which is some plants. And you know, I ain't nature boy or watch out, Chuck. Let me talk to the YouTube. Watch out, Chuck. Let me talk to YouTube. Come here. Come on. Chuck's so agile. Oh, sit. Sit. I'll pet you right here. Sit. Attaboy. So, like I said, not nature boy. And I don't have, because nobody has all the answers, right? But I was thinking today, to say you know something actually means that you experienced said thing. In the sense that if you know how to play basketball, it's because you've played basketball. You've picked up the ball, you've dribbled it, you understand the rules, you shot shots, you know what a layup is, you know what a free throw is, you know what a three-pointer is. And I hope this doesn't be too loud, because if that's too loud, I'll have to make another video. But the point I'm getting at is, when someone says they know something, it's okay to say, how do you know? Right? Chuck, you can go play if you want. You can go play if you want. It's okay to ask that person, how do you know? Right? And if you've met this person because you think they know something, it's usually because they've advertised themselves as knowing that thing. They look like they know what they're talking about, or you've actually seen them perform what it is that they claim to know, or you think they know. So when you go to someone or talk to someone or refer someone or ask someone for something because they know about that, or they're trying to get, or you're trying to get information on it, or trying to get a skill based on that thing, you would go to someone who actually has experienced that. And to me, I don't care if you say you're an astronaut. Unless I've seen you go into space, forget it. To me, you don't know what it feels like to be in space. But to be honest, that was far-fetched. That's one of those conversations where it's like, you can't really prove that he hasn't been in a space, and he can't really prove that he's been in space. Or I'm not important enough for them to prove to me that they've been in space, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so for example, I tell you, because it's just the easiest one for me, I know how to train a dog. I've been training dogs for years. You know how to train a dog? Yeah. Look at my dogs. Vader, sit. Boom, he sits. Vader, down. Roll over. Chuck, come. My dogs come when they're called every time, right? Most people's dogs don't. I'm showing you in person my dog's coming when he's called every single time he's coming. I say down, he lays down, he doesn't move. I don't even have to say stay. I say sit, he sits. I say go there, he goes there. Then you'll say, okay, you might know how to train a dog. Then it'll turn into, oh, you only can train a pit bull. Then I'm like, okay, I gotta train a golden retriever, and I gotta train a German shepherd, and I gotta train this and this and that and the third, right? But really, you don't, because when you know something, this is where wisdom comes in. This is where wisdom comes in, because knowledge is the gateway and the path to wisdom. But knowledge can also be meaningless. Wisdom is timeless. Knowledge is only important when timing is a factor, meaning, what good is it to know how to dig a well if you're somewhere where there's no water? You know how to dig the well, but if you live in Antarctica, or if you live in, the Sahara, digging a well might not work for you. I don't really know geography like that. That wasn't the best example, but now you work on a cow farm, knowing how to train a dog may or may not help you. You feel me? You used to be a diamond cutter, or actually you used to be a money printer. You print money, but nobody uses money anymore. Now it's all crypto. So nobody uses physical money anymore. It's all digital. It's pointless. There's a lot of, Chuck, watch out, go. There's a lot of outdated professions, right? AI is coming out. Being a tree trimmer, I think, will always be relevant if you know how to trim a tree. It's beautiful, it looks good. Of being a vet, knowing how to take care of an animal. We eat animals. I don't eat animals. But there's a lot of people that eat animals, and we're not going to eat sick animals, right? Even though, a lot of people are eating sick animals. But there's things that are timeless, right? And if someone says they're a vet, they can't only know how to heal cows. They can't only know how to heal dogs. They can't only know how to heal lizards. They got to know how to heal birds, gerbils, giraffes, right? All types of vets. And you can expand on knowledge, right? Maybe someone does only know how to train pit bulls, right? When you're training dogs to be attack dogs or protection dogs, the breed actually matters a lot. And even training dogs, the breed matters a lot, but the fundamentals are still the same, which is what I'm alluding to. When you're wise, you say, okay, dogs care about air, water, food, affection, sex. If it's a dog, I know it needs that. I can use that to train this dog. You don't say, this is a German shepherd. They were built to protection. They're hardcore. You don't have to use food to train this dog. Why not? It's a primary resource. Food is a primary resource. So you could just use food if he's hungry. Just make sure he's hungry, right? What else? Oh, I used to be a mechanic. If you know the different types of pumps, or if you're an electrician, you know the different types of currents. Direct current, alternating current, positive displacement pump, submersible pump, centrifugal pump. I'm trying to think of the other pumps there are. But there's different types of pumps. You know the difference between an impeller and a propeller, right? You know what net positive suction head is, right? When you know that, net positive suction head would mean, this is the concept behind it. I don't actually know what it means, but the concept behind net positive suction head is the further down, if the pump is up here and what it's sucking is down here, the pump has to be a lot more powerful to get an actual good suction head. If the piping's very thin, it's going to be easier to suck because there's a smaller surface area that the vacuum has to travel through. The greater the surface area and distance from the pump, the harder the pump will have to work to suck up whatever it is you're trying to suck up. Whether it's water, air, gas, oil. And the same thing works for a straw. If you have a straw that's 10 feet long, it's not gonna, you don't have enough power in that. Your lungs are the pump of the vacuum for that straw. If the straw's this wide around, right? The straw's this wide around, you can't even suck like that. Look, how, don't get any ideas here. But how strong can you suck doing this? No, but when you're like this, you could suck harder. So that's just an example of wisdom. You can actually use wisdom across any time frame, any time period, because wisdom is full of maxims that are true, right? Knowledge can be outdated. This is why KRS-One, there's a video of him saying, old people need to be amongst the new people, the young people, so that they can move fast amongst the old people. If young people would mess with the old people, then they would move fast amongst the young people. Because old people messing with a young guy means they have new knowledge. The young guys are knowing everything that's new. There's adults, guys, today that still don't know how to set up Apple Pay. Like, I don't have Apple Pay. I don't have wireless pay. I don't put my credit cards on my phone. It's super easy, right? They're already tracking your shit anyway. Excuse my language. And there's old people that can say, hey, you save that money, you invest it, and it'll appreciate. You buy some gold, you buy some silver, your money will appreciate. I didn't know about that till, the last 5 to 10 years. So if an old person had told me that, I would have been ahead. I'd be ahead of the younger people that I associate with because I have advanced knowledge, not new. New and advanced are two different things. Advanced technology doesn't mean that the technology is new. It means it's advanced, which means it has progressed, comparatively speaking, to the technology that's around. With that being said, new knowledge will help old people move faster because times are changing. They need to know what's new. So they got new information. But if you have all that old information, it's not going to work. You can't use a floppy disk. There was a time that knowledge was forced amongst older people, which was the time where we moved to CDs. Then we moved to flash drives. Then we moved to Bluetooth. Then we used to just, terabyte drives, hard drives, right? It's just hard drives now. CDs and discs really aren't even around like that. So just remember that. Ask yourself if you know something. And if you know it, you can perform it or you've experienced it, period. If someone says, I know how this drug feels, I know what weed does to you. I don't smoke weed like that, but I have. So I can say I know what weed does to you or to me personally, right? Everything is subjective in a way. Someone could say, I know what 7 days fasting will do to you. People be like, I could fast for 7 days. How do you know? I know because people have done it. Did you see them do it? No one's ever even seen someone not eat for 7 days because you can't be up that long, right? You can't be up for 7 days. But you can do it yourself and find out what happens after you fast for 7 days on just water. Right? So think about this. If you want to say that you know something, you have to have experienced it or have the ability to perform it. Otherwise, you don't know it. And that's going to be the title of this video. You don't know. Stay disciplined, stay intentional.